This is the Leading Ladies podcast with Karen Gray, the show that takes you around the world to share interviews with some of the most successful and relevant people on the planet. Hear their stories and get the most important business lessons they've learned on their road to success, and get exclusive access on how to implement their success into your life and business. The Leading Ladies podcast is brought to you by the Strategic Advisor Board and your host, Karen Gray.
Hey, are you looking to scale your business from 5 figures to 6 figures or 6 figures to 7 figures? If you are, I have the perfect thing for you. What I want you to do today is I want you to go download a book. This book is going to take you through my 3-pillar system. It's 100% free. All you have to do is go to growfast.cash. I say again, go to growfast.cash, and you're going to be able to download my free international best-selling book, which is called Be Good, Be Brief, Be Gone. You can take that book. It's going to help you scale your business to the next level. Again, go download it. Be good, be brief, be gone. Growfast.cash. I say again, growfast.cash. Enjoy.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Leading Ladies. Today we have the beautiful Elona Lopari with us, and she has an amazing story of leadership and purpose that you are going to absolutely adore. Elona is a passionate, purpose-driven entrepreneur who left a Fortune 500 executive role to follow her purpose. She moved to the U.S. and followed the American dream at the age of 15 from Albania. So this woman has not only recreated her life, but built a life school, purpose-driven career where she helps visionary leaders, CEOs grow legacy, purpose-driven companies through inner alignment, branding, marketing, sales, and systems and teams so that they can maximize their purpose and profit to do more good in the world. I can align with all of that. Love everything that you're doing. Elona, welcome to Leading Ladies.
Thank you so much, Karen. I am very blessed to be here.
Well, I am so excited to share this interview with you and to hear more about leadership through your eyes. So we'll start off with the question, how do you define leadership? What does that mean to you?
Leadership to me is very simple. Based on my experience, it's really about you being very clear on your purpose as a human being, and then being able to share that from the heart with others, being compassionate, and then always wanting to support and respect other people, so that you can complement each other through our experiences, gifts, and all those things that are going to make for a better team at the end of the day. That's kind of how I would define it.
Yeah, I love that. And as someone that's left corporate after spending years in corporate, you left and created your own business and went on the entrepreneurial journey, wrote books, you have your own podcast. What do you see as the biggest challenge that you now face as a woman out there being a CEO, leading your own teams and creating your own way through the business world?
So that was my story. I was instilled the American dream early on from my parents. Moved to the U.S. when I was 15, and then climbed the corporate ladder because that's what I was supposed to do. It's supposed to be safe, and I got my degree.
Right. Let's do air quotes right there. We're supposed to do, right?
So I didn't know there was any other way to, live my life. So I, I was actually very blessed because in the company I worked for, they were in growth mode. So they were hungry for talent, and I happened to be in the right place at the right time. Moved all the way up to the C-suite. My challenge with my company was that obviously it was male dominated. I was probably 10% women in those high executive leadership roles. I was a regional director. So a lot of the times, when I was bringing in, insight more around personal development stuff and sort of things that were getting in my team's way, or emotional intelligence and things like that, they were kind of seen like, but how does this connect to the bottom line, the result,
Right.
do all of that. So that was my
Right. Everything's viewed through ROI. What is the ROI on this?
Where's the metrics? Where's the KPI? What are we doing to improve it? It was very black and white, almost like vanilla kind of like type of meetings and executive summaries. And every time, you talk about inspiring, intuition, all these other concepts. Yeah, they were just kind of unknown. So that's kind of what I really felt was like a major barrier, in addition to maybe some of the things that I was, overcoming personally and needing to take some time off and all of that. So, I felt like a lot of that hurt some of the opportunities that were available to me. So that's kind of what was my experience there. When it comes to entrepreneurship, I find that I get to redefine everything pretty much. I've worked very much on aligning my feminine, my being side, my intuition, and all of these things, which I never had the opportunity to really tap into as I was going through a very structured environment of that kind of structure of, black and white material, everything has a result, into more now leading from my heart, leading from my intuition, leading from connecting the next dots in my journey, understanding how the universe works, understanding that there's more to life than just the material part, which we all have kind of just been, programmed with. So I would say the challenge now is really to just be seen and kind of just expand my brand and, get close to the people that I really feel are, supposed to align in my journey. I don't feel I have many challenges. I think the challenge at the beginning was that I had to lean on my own and I had to be a solopreneur before I became an entrepreneur, before I hired the people that support me today. So that was a challenge because I come from leadership and I didn't know how to work alone and I don't like to work alone. So, but eventually now I've gotten into that as my team has grown, and gotten back into now our way, our authentic way that we're able to do this. And that's the beautiful part about growing a company. You have a lot of independence and you get to consciously choose the things that you want to implement without having other people telling you sort of like, this is the ceiling, this is what you got to do, this is the process you should follow. So it's kind of been my experience from both worlds.
Looking to grow your business beyond 5 figures, 6 figures, 7 figures plus? What I want you to do is go download this book. The title is called Be Good, Be Brief, Be Gone. It will help you grow your business past 5, 6, and 7 figure. Go download the book today, growfast.cash. I say again, growfast.cash, and download the book for absolutely free.
Yeah, I love it. So what has been the greatest word of advice that you've ever been given about leadership from a mentor or a coach that you've worked with or someone that just poured into your life?
One thing I remember was, one of my directors that I was working with, and he said, leadership is all about people. And he also told me that you're amazing with people. So that was the advice, take care of the people, take care of yourself, take care of people. And that's kind of what defines leadership anyway, equals people. So that was the best advice. And I connected that very early. And I also obviously appreciate the insight because we don't see our own stuff. Like you just think like this is just natural. Everybody does what I do. And one of the strengths that I had was building top talent. I would turn around a lot of low performance because I would help people connect their job performance to their personal, because there's always like this big gap. And I think that's the thing that stuck with me. Leadership equals people. Love people and you'll be fine.
I love that. Man, that's great advice. We're gonna mark that as a mic drop moment. That's so good. So for those that are listening to this that are just maybe they're wanting to branch into leadership and they're hearing that, but maybe they're in a toxic environment and they don't feel like it's reciprocated. They don't feel like it's welcome, feeling really defeated in a culture. How would you support them? What would you tell them for that situation? Because that seems to be one of the biggest complaints I hear is for women in leadership, it becomes really toxic.
I think what's coming up for me is there needs to be a moment of clarity. sit down and figure out, okay, I've gotten here this far. What do I want, to be in, right? So kind of try to create sort of the thing that you want. Because what I have found is that, unfortunately, because a lot of us didn't get this memo, we don't know what we want. We just know that we don't like certain things in our personal life, and that's easier to pinpoint more than, okay, now what do we want? So I think, support, obviously get, people that can support you with that, ask you those, hold the space is pretty much what it is. Hold that right space for you, ask intentional questions. If you have friends, support other people, community, that's always very important that you feel safe with. But I think it starts with you first. I wouldn't make any decisions unless you have clarity on what you would like to do, and what is the right environments that align with you, based on now that you have probably learned a lot about your own personality, a lot of, you've gained skills, I'm sure, you've gained experience, and all of that gives you a lot of insight around, okay, I'm good at this, this is something that I could work on. And then once you have that clarity, then start aligning with the right spaces that are going to support you. But I have found that most people go on the outside. I've learned to go within and get clarity and be purposeful first, because once I have that clarity, it's so much easier to do the matchmaking outside and puzzle piece things, because I know what I'm looking for. But when it's the other way around, we have the issues of, you're all over the place, you're overwhelmed, you stay stuck, you don't know what you're looking for, and you don't even take the first step.
Yeah, so good. So how do they get clarity? What is the first process? I mean, obviously they can follow up with you and learn more from you through your life school or through the books that you have, but what would be your first recommendation to get that clarity?
I would start with values. What's important to you? What are maybe 3 to 5 top values that are important to you? So that would be one. The next one, what is the vision that you have for your life? What do you want to do? You want to travel more? You want to work remotely? You want to start your business? Do you want to maybe take what you have learned and lean on your hobbies and leverage that and dial down on that? Do you want to, a lot of the pain you've overcome, now help others, which could still be under a channel of a business? So I think figure out your values and figure out the vision for your life. Kind of when you want to, where you want to see yourself, the famous interview questions, because I've done HR for many years. What do you want to be in 5 years, right? So, and you don't have to look that far, like just next year, right? Because sometimes it's just too overwhelming. I realized that planning ahead is great. I'm a great visionary myself, but I've learned to just be in the flow for a lot of things, because we always think very small, and we don't know what's going to happen to us in the journey. So being very structured and focused blocks you from all the other amazing things that the universe has in store for you. So I've learned to be smart about that. I used to be like, nope, this is what I want. And I would just be like, I'm going to get it, and I'm going to work hard and hustle until I do. But I'm like, that's the wrong approach, because then I would pressure myself, bang my head against the wall when I couldn't get the goals that I wanted and all of that. So I'm like, that's tiring. That's got to be a better way.
Yeah, no, I've never experienced any of that ever, like my whole life. I've done exact same path. And I think that's been twofold. It's been challenging, but it's also been a great way to learn, because it's like I've learned my edges by defining them through what was painful and what was, really fulfilling, and what seemed to be a moment that could break me actually kind of helped create me in ways. So those have been some of my hardest yet best moments. So
exactly. I love that. And the other piece, like more practical advice, once you have some clarity on that, values, vision, and mission, it might be too big to go out there. Don't worry about that. Then find the role models, find people to follow. I started learning about a whole new world through podcasting, which is why I love this, because that's how I was able to be exposed to other people talking about similar things that I cared about, or even just understand like what's out there in the world. Because you don't know what you will resonate with. So, and then follow the breadcrumbs, follow your intuition. We all have it. We have it in different ways. So if there's something attractive to you, like touch down, like follow that piece of crumb and see what you can do to to put more of that into your life, because if it's lighting you up, obviously, that's the best scenario. Nowadays, I don't do anything that doesn't light me up anymore, but that came through experience, through understanding, how to not, follow fear and all of that. So, but yeah, I think practically those could be first couple of steps that anybody could take.
Yeah, I love it. So good, so good. So I'm going to show this again for anyone that's watching this. You can see Elona's website on here. If not, it'll be in the show notes, but you can reach her at elonaloparicoaching.com. Did I get that right? Making sure?
You got that right. And since we're directing them to the website, my latest book is called Visionary Purpose-Driven Leadership. So that's really in line with maybe what the audience would find pretty valuable based on this conversation.
Perfect. Well, thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing your wisdom. So many golden nuggets today, and such great support for women who lead to just normalize the struggle, normalize the challenges, yet don't give up. Continue to push through, because it's through those tough, challenging moments when you push through, when you move through and challenge through, that you define really who you are. Rather than stopping and recreating again, you get to just find your edges, lean through, and grow through this. So such great wisdom. Thank you, Elona, for sharing, for being with us today, and for just being a leading lady in the world in such a beautiful way. I'm just such a gift. I'm so grateful to know you and to have you on our show today.
The honor was all mine. Thank you so much for having me. And it's our time. Women are rising. We never had this chance to showcase the abilities we got, all the natural gifts, and also the skills we're learning, and just discovering ourselves through the journey. And obviously, the byproduct will be a better world, because where else is all this goodness going to go?
That's right.
So it's our time, and I think it's really amazing to have all of us support one another and be more in this collaborative sphere, which to us, it comes pretty naturally. So I think that's another superpower. So thanks for having me.
I agree. That is our superpower, the collaboration and the collaborative thought of we rise together, rather than seeing each other as competition, seeing each other as this collaborative, when you win, I win, we win together. And same thing with our male counterparts. They're not our enemies. We can all work together in this harmonious way, because we have things that they don't. They have things that we don't. And so we're just all better together. So I love that. We rise together. Thank you, Elona Lopari. And we just want to recommend that you connect with her, continue to follow us, and we will see you on the next episode.
Hey, we all want to scale our business. Hey, I have the answer for you today to help you do that. If you're looking to scale from 5, 6, even 7 figures and beyond, book called Be Good, Be Brief, Be Gone. I'm going to give it to you for free. All you have to do is type in growfast.cash. I say again, growfast.cash, and you can download the book for absolutely free. I hope the book helps you this year. Take your business to the next level. Again, go grab the book, growfast.cash. I say again, growfast.cash. I wish you the best, and grow, scale, and win.
Thanks for listening to the Leading Ladies podcast with Karen Gray. Please leave your feedback and visit strategicadvisorboard.com to get the latest and greatest best business advice on the planet. Follow us on social media for updates, and we'll see you on the next episode.
There it is. Magnum. Holy moly.
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for!
Dear God, it's beautiful.